So, hello. This video is a long time in the coming. It's a serious one, a serious video. So this is where I call out the head of the Illuminati. Head or heads, doesn't matter. Those that sit right at the top. You see, I was shown your involvement. Now, you know I'm not a liar. I don't need to lie. You can see that. You are fully aware of the programming that is happening to the Illuminati, to your members. You are fully aware of it. You might not like it, or you go along with it. Okay? You have knowingly lied and conned your own members numerous times. Fact. You can test me on this. Go and speak to them, push them, press them. They know exactly what I'm talking about. They are involved in setups, especially with the higher ranking members, where they not only target you, the individual, the man, they'll target your family. So say now you're involved with a big business deal and they want something, an agenda fulfilled in that deal. They'll start putting thoughts into your mind via the machinery and the technology that I'm talking about. It's not some voodoo, hocus pocus magic. It's military. I'm telling you. Military, occult military. Okay? They'll start already while you're in the car on the way home. Then they'll target your family, your wife and your children. And they'll put you into specific conversations, etc., etc., and steer those conversations for an ultimate goal. Push you in a direction so that you end up saying yes, whereas in the beginning you said no. Fact. And they're aware of this. Fact. Show it to them. They know this time is coming. Because if I really am the one, they'll be shown up. They know it. They've waited for this their whole lives. Or for the better part of 20, 30, whatever years. Okay? This is fact. They've arranged marriages like this. You fall in love with someone and you think it's you that's directed that and fallen in love. It's them for certain agendas. Divorces too. They split marriages. These people are on another level. On another level. It's happened to all of you, Illuminati. They've used it on all of you. I was shown by Lucifer, by Lucy Liu, and Auntie Say. I was shown how you use light shows to deceive your members into thinking that a demon or an entity or whatever is standing there. I saw parties that you had where you would invite people to see a certain entity and they see a hologram type looking thing and they think it's a real demon or a real being that speaks and everything. Meanwhile, it was lights. You do this a lot. I saw it. I saw those. I was there at those parties. I saw what you did do to your members. You have them hooked on so many lies, it's not even funny. You've got them listening to your machines, telling them that it's God. You're doing that. Fact. Or whoever you think is they want most. I don't know who you think you are. because no one I know that has power does that, you see. You like to blame Lucifer and this demon and that. It's not. It's you that is doing that. It's you that is doing that. You're aware of this. You're aware of this. You can say whatever you want. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw what you do. You'll come clean soon enough. A lot of you have carried this burden for a long time. It's not nice. So I do sympathize with you. I know it's eaten away at you. And I know it's damn near killed you. Looking at certain people in their eyes, knowing what you've done. Because you're at the end of the day still a human being. As much as you want to be Conan, you're not. It's time to pay the piper. It's too easy for you to just disappear and die or go to jail. No. You will stand before your members and you will come clean with them. You will own what you've done. It's out now. It's out now. No. It's military. It's military. You will have to learn who you are again, Illuminati, as an individual. You're really going to have to go within and learn who you are. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between your consciousness and theirs. I'm still learning. But make no mistake, every thought you'll need to take captive now. The higher up you are, the more guaranteed it's being used on you right now. In fact, when you speak to those heads, be aware that they're probably going to have the same thing happen to them. They will be channeled through. Imagine that. Did you know that? That's what will happen. They aren't aware of it even. Very difficult. In fact, when they do it in a certain way, I still can't tell the difference between my own conscience and theirs. Remember, at the end of the day, they're using your own body to generate this information. It's coming in and being interpreted by your body. Or so I believe. It's not that they one with you and there's another being there. It's not that at all. They can listen in very easily. They can listen and they can talk. They can also project feelings. Doing certain things, they can project a feeling. Electromagnetic, EMF, EMF, electromagnetic frequency, or EMR, radiation, right? I'm sure you can use that and manipulate, even if it's a sound wave. With bass, you could stimulate genitals and do other things. They do it. They can institute a feeling of sorrow, a feeling of happiness, bubbliness. They can do this on the fly. And they can work your emotions up and down. You know, they can create crazes. It might be what happened with the De Beers thing, the PR campaign with the De Beers company, Diamonds. Because that's all it was. You ruined whatever was left of marriage with that campaign. Have you looked what women become like around a ring and diamonds? They turn into a crackhead. That's programming that's done that. Pay 2 million, 20 million for a stone out of the ground. That's what you've done. Yes, it's all sparkly because they've been buffing it up and stuff. It's a stone out of the damn ground that you paid all that money for. Yeah, that's what it is. A stone. But in your mind, you can't see that. That's how entrenched the programming is. That should raise flags. You would feel incomplete as a woman without your ring, without that stone. Is that normal? It's a stone. It's a stone. They've got you to pay 20 million for a stone. a rare stone. Okay. A rare stone. It's a marketing campaign that you bought into. Had the campaign not been run, you probably wouldn't have the feelings you have today for a wedding ring. Do you know that? It's just another example of where marriage is at. Right? Where marriage is at. Neither one is thinking about each other, are they? No, they're not. The man is thinking about the wedding ring. The woman is thinking about what she has to do in the bedroom to keep him happy. Things like that. Shows you something, though. But yes, back to the issue at hand. So again, see, these organizations that exist with very limited regulation, these will need to be rectified. Don't come and heap this onto Mom One's doorstep or the Famous Five, because it's not. Okay, you can imagine if you've gone through what you've gone through, what they have had to experience, because they get hit the worst. Buff. Okay? It's out of control. I'm telling you that. Right? And now we're trying to rectify it. People have waited a long time for me to be activated. I can tell you straight away what is lie and what is not, especially when it comes to the spirit realm, because I'm involved with these beings. It's not a lie. I love them very, very much, and I could not have gotten through the last 3 years without them. It's very real. And we will show you up on every turn. The brainwashing is severe. They have machines that can access your consciousness as if it were your own. Right? You would not need to rig votes anymore. You know that, right? You wouldn't need to do that. You would be able to make them vote what you want. Now again, we also can do that. The powers and do you see us doing that over the last 3 years? Have we forced our will and possessed someone and made them do something like that? No, we haven't. Here we still sit. Can we do that? Obviously we can. So let me clear this up again. I am the Antichrist. The whole spirit world, the whole hierarchy of the powers and principalities, the four winds. The four winds are the beings that govern this entire expanse, the four beings. It's in the Bible. You'll find it in all the other books. Not only the Bible. This is who I work with. The departed too, yes. Okay? So again, whatever light show you was shown, it's not real. It's a lie. They use a whole variety of tricks to make your body feel a certain way, do certain things. Okay? That's not how we operate. That's a very Hollywood-esque, human, lustful type approach. as per usual. Okay, you can just take a look at the rest of what they do. Like I said, Lucifer himself pointed out, take a look at your fruits, Illuminati, your fruits. What are the fruits that your organization bear? They're not good. They're not. It's money and fame, and you're untouchable, you're immortal, you're like a god among men, spiritually enlightened. That's what you portray. It's haughty, prideful, boastful, lustful, greedy, murderous, jealous. It breeds. It doesn't just stay one thing. The longer it goes untended, the more it becomes. See? That's the story of David. Because David didn't sort out his problem with lust. It was transferred to who? Absalom, and then Tamar. And eventually people are getting kicked out of the kingdom and the kingdom divides. It's your body. Right? So there is no anointing on your heads. They are not receiving any sort of spiritual anything. They are winging it every day, trying to look like what? God. Or in contact with this and that and this and that. Okay? We are not in contact with them. They do not know us. They do not know us. You never knew us. We do not know you. Actually. No, we know you. Because we have to. Okay? So that is your heads. And I promise you, you can overcome this. You're not the only ones that this has happened to. Okay? You're not the only ones. It's high level shit. It's twisted. And it's out of control. So this requires a calm, level mind. Okay? You need to start to take care of each other now. And look out for each other. The current practices that are being sown into your collective Illuminati are destroying you as people. They are destroying you. The top 2% might have 80% of the world's wealth, right? Where are you? You have to hide your lives away. Huh? You hide away. The truth is, we know that we're not better than another person. You know that, actually. In all of your hearts, you resonate with that. So you know that you feel shitty. You're not designed to live the way you're living. You're a human being. You get born into these houses and you have to live a certain way. And you know that it's not the best way. You know that you look around you and you have this wealth and this, whatever it is, but you don't have the freedom. In your heart, you know that you're not where you really want to be. You could be a better person. But if you step out of line, well, no one steps out of line. You know that the way the world is run is wrong. You can feel it. You can feel it. And that's how you have to live. I'm not even saying stop. I'm saying that's how you have to live. You know greed is wrong. There is a natural, innate understanding that selfishness and greediness is wrong. It is not the best way to live. And yet you're forced to live like that. So you've compromised yourself. Subconsciously, most of you are too intelligent to afford yourselves the luxury of ignorance. So subconsciously, you diagnose that, you analyze it, and you unpack and then compartmentalize that on a subconscious level as best you can. And then later on in life, that becomes difficult to manage. So you find a variety of different avenues to go down, to numb the pain and this and that and this and that. I was saying to them, I think it's Dad that showed me that, was there's times where you look at the average pleb and you wish you could be them because you know they have more freedom than you. What you missed, though, was you have become them. You got your wish. The very people that you think are caged and you became that too. Naturally, yours would not look the same as theirs because you don't live in the same world. So it's easy to look at their world and justify the problems in yours. But the truth is, your world is different to theirs. You are very good at building a prison of the mind. Very, very good at that. And that's what you did. Not fully understanding that you'll suffer very much the same symptoms, be it in a cell concrete or in the mind. You will eventually start to suffer the same symptoms. Lack of love for self, poor self-image, all the usuals. You'll start to act these out because you have to cover them up. And that's where, wanting to be with little children and stuff like that comes from. This is normal when you are in the type of cycle that you're currently in. So yes, again, if there was true spiritual leadership from the top, I can guarantee you these character traits would not be so prevalent. They are there. But you didn't know better. That's the truth. You didn't know better until now. So be aware of this. It's not just going to stop. We are working on this, I promise you. There's a lot of people involved that are going to come clean. Now you know why I raised up the famous 5 and what these families are having to go through. So please will you send prayers to them. Because behind all the scenes is these families having to pull every goddamn string to make sure this world is still running, while still maintaining their own lives that are also getting bombarded and hit from they don't know where. Imagine, right? Do you think any human knows what's going on at any part of this globe? The whole globe, all the time? No, you don't. I'm teaching them now their birthright. That's what I'm doing. Because the famous 5 will be the ones that need to be in communication face to face with these beings. They are learning from these beings how to rule and reign the next level up. They are their students. Their students. The famous 5 are their students. The powers and principalities. Just as the powers and principalities are the 4 wind students. These alignments are happening. It's really all in the Bible and in the Quran and in the Talmud and the Torah. And when you really get into it, you'll start to see it everywhere. Okay, God is good. He's given us a lot of avenues for escape. We need to use them. I know it hurts. It sucks to be lied to, especially when it's something this close. Welcome to a hive collective mentality, a oneness now. You start to experience what is the next level ups, where there is no secrets, there is just oneness, openness, transparency. It's a new dimension. It really is. And you'll find that a lot of your problems in life will naturally disappear as a byproduct, especially once you get a hold of this. And who knows, maybe in the future what can happen is you'll no longer need cell phones. You can just talk to each other. Okay? But again, it is very real. Okay? We've got a good leader in Mom 1 and Dad 1. We've got a good leader there. Okay? God has guarded their hearts. It could be far, far worse. They are actually very good people. And actually quite innocent. Far more than what you may think. I'm working with them as best I can, because the sooner they heal and the sooner they align and grow, it takes time. You can't just do it instantly. They're going through a hell of a lot. The powers and principalities are all over them like white on rye, working hard to evolve them and to ascend them as quickly as possible. You'll start to see things shift very quickly when things come into alignment. It's not like it's going to be before. It's different. We're under a new covenant now. You know what? Where I'm at, what you do with your head is up to you. My recommendation is that he must come clean. I'm not asking, I'm saying you come clean. I know what you've done. The more you hold on to what you've done, the worse it's going to get. The worse it will get. And the more and more I will get to nail you, to show the world. And you'll just drag it out. And what I've heard is already one. It's starting to come clean. He says he's going to shoot himself when he's finished, because he can't handle it anymore. You're right. The burden is too great. After all, the Antichrist has come. You need God. You can't do it on your own. The powers and principalities are not going to enable you to bypass God's laws. Right? God is real and he's powerful. I've been hit with everything that I can think of, and I'm still standing. Growing every single second. So yes. Welcome to the New World Order.